his family.
We didn't take it seriously at all. We just thought they'd drawn a blank, so they was just aiming for the nearest person.
In fact, they vilified the police and the action that we'd taken at that particular time. Understandably so, because we had taken away their pillar of strength.
And we actually went down to the police station and sat there while he got out.
It's my understanding when Vickers was released, they held a party.
Police had to release Vickers because of a lack of evidence. He then turned to the media again to publicly proclaim his innocence. He even invited a film crew round to the Lavis's house.
If I would have never come forward in the first place, you know, just to let them know that I'd seen Jamie on that day, there'd never been nothing the wiser today. They'd have been ripping their head, pulling at straws, you know. I thought I did the right decent thing in letting them know that I'd seen him on the day, but I'd never thought I'd have been, you know, arrested on suspicion of his abduction. I think it's just a joke.
Every time you turned on the television, Vickers would be there.
I feel he's still alive. I don't fear the same way the police fear that he's murdered. His family don't. But somebody somewhere knows where Jamie is.
And he was doing this for no other reason than to throw suspicion away from him.
I've got nothing to do with the abduction of James Lavis. And I've got the backing of the Lavis family, relations, everybody.
By saying he got the backing of the Lavis family, by telling the members of the public via the media that why are the police picking on me because I am the man leading the searches, I am the pillar of strength behind this family. So how can it be me?
Vickers even moved in with the family after police searched his own house 3 streets away.
Vickers' presence amongst the family made our job very, very difficult. We have a duty to inform the family and keep them up to date with the results of our inquiries. When you've got an enemy within that family and you know about that, you can't be as open as you would like to be with that family.
But Vickers' frequent media appeals were about to backfire. 2 teenagers who had seen him on television reported that he had tried to lead them into some woods late at night. The police then focused their search for Jamie in that area.
This is the area where we found the tarpaulin, which covered clothing similar to the one that had been described by Jamie's mother. And it consisted of a pair of jogging trousers, children's jogging trousers, and a wax jacket, child's wax jacket. We scooped it up, put it into a bag, took it back to the police station, and then, when they laid it out to dry, we found the jawbone. Our Home Office pathologist examined it and told us that, number 1, yes, it was human. Number 2, the size of it indicated it being a child's around the age of the child we were looking for. That's Jamie.
DNA tests proved that it had been Jamie's. His body had been dismembered and the remains scattered. Police were able to break down Vickers' alibi by showing that he had not been with his family that night, as he had claimed.
Police officer said, we've found the remains, we've had it tested, and it's Jamie. And I said, no, it's not. I said, no, it's not Jamie, and I wouldn't believe it for months. I wouldn't accept it that it was Jamie. In fact, because of the fact of the state that they found it in, I didn't think there was no person on this earth could do that to a child. Because we didn't find all of what was of Jamie. We didn't find all his clothes and we didn't find all his body.
Vickers denied abducting and murdering Jamie, but his betrayal and manipulation of the family wasn't over. During the trial, he tried to pin the blame on Jamie's father.
My dad was in total shock. He just couldn't believe that someone was trying to say that he killed his own flesh and blood. If my dad was anything, he worshipped his kids.
But Vickers didn't stop there. He also claimed that he'd been having an affair with Karen and that she was carrying his child.
And he wanted blood tests to prove it was his child. So I did blood tests just to satisfy him, because I couldn't stand his eyes going in the back of my head every time I went to the trial. Just to prove to everybody, because people was whispering behind us backs, writing graffiti on walls that I'd slept with my son's murderer.
He's a control freak. He likes the feeling of control. He was controlling the family, he was controlling the media, and he was trying to control our inquiries. Right up to the end.
For 5 months, Vickers had wept crocodile tears with the family, falsely raising their hopes while trying to save his own skin.
I've got nothing to do with the abduction of James Lavis.
In April 1999, he was sentenced to life. 24 hours later, he confessed to sexually abusing and murdering Jamie.
What he did to Jamie, what he did to that family, the way that he destroyed that family from within, there's no other word I can find to describe him except evil.
I go up to that cemetery and I think, I'm buying him flowers for Christmas when I should be buying him toys. And I'll never forgive Darren Vickers for what he's done. To kill a child, but to dismember him and bury him is the most sickening thing that anybody could ever do to somebody.